Hi, Patrick here, Have Cheetah Will View. We're here to discuss and review a brand new movie that dropped this week called Space Wars Quest for the Deep Stars. Uh, Life is an adventure for space scavengers Kip Corman and his daughter Taylor as they navigate their ship through a universe filled with monsters, aliens, and robots in order to reach the mythical Deep Star and collect the riches within. This movie was directed by Gino Setian, writers Jack Netter and Garo Setian, and it stars Michael Pare, Oliver Gruner, who you guys remember from the 80s action hero, Susan French, uh, Brooke, Brooke Smith, uh, Tyler Gallant, and Anahit Setian, and the lovely Sadie Katz. So the story goes that Kip and Taylor, they are, like I said, they're scavengers and they zip around space, finding or selling whatever they can, and um, they're a little bit racked by tragedy because their mother has been lost. But death is not the same in the future as it is now because once you die, if they can save your soul, basically, it's called essence. It's the essence of a person's being, and you can use that essence to transfer it to a new cybernetic body with organic skin. So you can be transferred. You don't necessarily always have to die. And so they have the spirit of the mother with them in this little container. So they go around different space areas and they look to steal stuff and find stuff. And when they go inside of a spaceport, Kip finds a valuable coin and he takes it. Um, and and he is found out by the leader of the space station, Elnora, who tells him that it is that what he stole belonged to her sister, and it was the most precious thing that her sister owned. And Kip is actually feeling conscious, has a conscience about it, and you sense that he's going to give it back when he asks her, "Well, how did your sister die?" And then Elnora says, I killed her." So he decides to keep the coin. Him and Taylor blast off, but not before Elnora's son Ezekiel puts a tracker on their ship. The ship's a rust bucket basically, and so they have enough juice left for one last hyperdrive jump, and then they're gonna have to figure out what to do after that. Meanwhile, a crew of mercenaries led by Dijkstra, played by Oliver Gruner, is after a mystical a vessel called the Deep Star. Supposedly, it's been lost for many, many, many years, and there's untold riches to be upon it. So they're looking for the Deep Star, and they get they're tracking down a woman named Jackie, who's a star map. She has a star map of where the Deep Star is at, and so they want that. So they're gonna go. They're tracking her down, not, and they have tracked her to her old home, which is the space station that has been abandoned. But she is there by herself when finds out that she has been found by Dijkstra. So she sends out a ship to draw them away from the space station, and in hopes of maybe faking her own death that they'll leave her alone. So while Dijkstra and his crew is pulled away from the space station, um, Kip and Taylor are busy avoiding uh, uh, Ezekiel, Elnora's son, and his fighters. Um, they get to the space station. They manage to hold off Ezekiel and the fighters. They get to the space station and they find Jackie, who tells them what's going on. And so now it becomes a race to find the Deep Star. Um, and all sorts of shenanigans follow after that as um, uh, Elnora gets into the fray. She jumps into the fight. Um, Taylor is she keeps on thinking about what happened to her mother. She also has an innate sense that one of Dystra's crew, Wade, is actually who's in the mercenaries might have a soul, and so they start to bond a little bit. But it turns out that Wade is well, there's no redemption for him. Um, and of course, Rachel Brooke Smith plays Nina, who has the mad crush on Dystra, and and so everybody's all after the Deepstar. Um, I and it comes to clash on a planet, and the Deepstar is not what it seems to be. Uh, there's no treasure, but there is an interesting aspect to the Deepstar and what it's become. All right. I know that sounds a little convoluted, but trust me when I tell you this. This is a very fun movie. This is a lot of fun. I was very entertained by this movie. Um, it is B level, but there's a lot of heart to this movie. Some really good action pieces. The acting is a lot of fun. Um, our girl Sadie steals every scene that she's in as Elnora. She is a hoot as the villainess. Um, uh, uh, and um, and the rest of the cast is actually really stellar. The acting was probably the best part about this movie. They really gave it their all. Um, I had never seen Anahit Setian, who played Jackie, before, but wow, what a good choice to pick to have her play Jackie. She was really good. That's the first time I've ever seen her. I really enjoyed her. I thought it was a lot of fun. Michael Pare, who's also a veteran film actor, has done a lot of movies. Susan French, who's done she's actually done some Wild Eye movies, some Polonia movies, and she was in here, and she was really good as well. I did catch on to her secret early on, though. I did catch on to her secret, and it paid off. I was like pleasantly surprised to see that I was right, um, and it's a cool secret, definitely cool secret. Um, the special effects actually for this movie, I know some people will probably criticize them, bad CGI or whatever. No, not really, not really. The story was so captivating that you'll ignore that. You'll overlook that. You'll see that for the spirit of the movie, the effects are really decent. The fight scenes were great. I know I know some people might say it was a little too long, but not really. Again, it fits into the movie. It fits into the story. There's a reason why the fight scenes are so long, and it works. Um, yeah, this isn't one of those Pirates of the Caribbean one where they fight for 20 minutes for nothing. This one has a point to it, and I think you really enjoy it. Uh, I don't know if this is going to get a physical release. I know this came out on Uncork'd. This is a screener for me, so I'm not sure if this will be going on home release. I hope it is. I hope it does. I know this will probably end up on Tubi, and if it does, I highly recommend watching it. But I'm really hoping that there's a home release for this because this would be a fun movie to have in your collection. This is a straight popcorn movie, fun. Check your brain in at the door, have a great time, and I wish more movies were like this. This is probably the best Uncork'd movie that I've watched. I've seen a few, and this is probably the best one they put out. Um, so I give this one a big paws up, big thumbs up, and highly recommend it. And Sadie, if you watch this, if you're listening to this, you were mighty. And I wanted you back for the sequel. Damn it. All right, so that's it. This is a screener, so there's no special features. I can't show you the disc because I didn't get one. Hopefully soon, maybe. But I highly recommend this. I would say this movie's rated PG-13. There's really nothing objectionable about it. The language is really minimum, and the violence is all science fictiony, so no big harm there. Um, it runs for about an hour and 35 minutes, and it goes by very fast. So yeah, Deepstar Quest, Space Wars Quest for the Deepstar is entertaining and fun as hell. And big thumbs up. All right. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting the subscription button. Hit the notification bell that you know whenever we do a new film review or interview. We do interviews here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, we do called 8 Questions With. And actually, we will be putting down a link down below for this movie and also for our interview that we did with Sadie Katz, which we hope that you will watch and listen and enjoy. Thank you for watching and talking and dropping a comment, and we will see you soon. Peace.